In my very first studio, I had a whole wall of Anaglypta wallpaper. Anaglypta is spelled like this. The reason I'm showing you this today is because for a very, very small amount of money, you can create a really amazing corner in your studio and paint it any color you want. So the other week when I started doing 28 days, I wanted a wallpaper that looked like a vintage background, like an old style wall. So instead of trying to find vintage wallpaper, what I did was I Googled Anaglypta and I found it online here for $24 a roll. And one whole roll did almost 2 full polyboards. So for $50 and 2 old polyboards, which I bought for $15 each, I built this amazing corner. So this is how I did it. I found the Anaglypta wallpaper first, and it comes in multiple textures, all very vintage and antique looking. This style of Anaglypta wallpaper is white and it can be painted in any matte house paint color. Okay, so then after I ordered it, it was sent to me and it came with wallpaper glue and a brush to apply it. I have my polystyrene board here, and this was a shabby old board that I was about to throw away. It was already painted originally a gold color. I have heard from people that they couldn't apply the wallpaper straight to the polystyrene because the wallpaper peeled off. I didn't have that problem, but I did apply it to an already painted old polyboard. So just watch your surface when you do put the wallpaper on. So I'm going to show you how we laid it out onto the floor. We put the wallpaper glue on very generously on the painted polyboard. And as you can see, we just rolled out and applied the wallpaper. And then we matched up these edges here because it's very important that we keep it. We let our edges peel out because we quite like the idea of it looking vintage and looking a little bit shabby and distressed. And I was even considering getting some white paint this week, mixing it with water so it was very diluted, like a milky wash, and just washing over it and distressing it further. Also putting it on the ground and standing on it and making it dirty, or just rubbing a darker paint very gently over the top texture can distress it even more. I wanted it to be subtle, not too much like a two-tone backdrop. So I've just left it one color. I chose this color palette here and it was from Ace Paints. I ended up buying the 4-gallon, I think it was 4-gallon, the big tin. I don't know how to do the tin conversions. So not the smaller tin, definitely the bigger tin. And I only used about 1/3 of it. So I probably could have just got away with the smaller tin. The Anaglypta takes quite a lot of paint, and I do it with a brush, not a roller, because it's quite bumpy and textured and you have to get right in. So quite often, as you can see, we got the paintbrush and we were really sort of smooching it in. I chose this color palette because I wanted to go with a vintage rose, and I chose raspberry rose, which was C65. Any of these tones would work, and of course you could do it in a grey, you could do it through your tones of grey, you could do it in a soft lemon, any color that you like that takes your fancy. I chose the pink because I thought it would be great for seniors photography, great for sort of boudoir style and lingerie, and really just in terms of prettiness, I don't have anything this tone. So I got my polyboard, I got my dirty old polyboard that was ready to be thrown away, painted on one side, I brushed it, I laid out the wallpaper. It was quite hard to push all the bubbles out, but we worked it together, Susan and I. We pushed all the bubbles out. This is the finished result, and as you can see, we're going to shoot on it now so that you can see what it looks like. I very much look forward to shooting on this over the next 2 months and taking some more old style, sort of vintage style images, and also maybe some young, very clean, pretty beauty images with some young girls on it. So I look forward to shooting this. Watch out for it. They'll come up on my blog and on my Facebook page. And enjoy making Anaglypta walls for your studio. So fast, so simple, really affordable, and you can make them entirely your own. Enjoy. Big smile, go. Good girl, you just do that. Oh, I like that. So beautiful. Okay, I know what it is that I like.